Started raining real hard. I'm using the satellite out here. The satellite can't hold the signal if it start raining. So we out here, y'all. Back, me and Promo. Promo's not with me right now. He busy, so I'm gonna finish up the live because if you don't finish it up, the next day you always got more news, and then the thoughts we had today they get lost forever. So since we did the live last, some breaking news has happened. Well, I ain't gonna say breaking news, but it's just some news you can use. And it's the same way how Colorado is kind of like a little upset with Oregon right now. Arkansas is a little upset with Colorado right now because they feel like, okay, y'all are targeting our players. So we just got signed 2 guys this year. Carter, the big D lineman, and we signed RJ Johnson, the 6'2" corner / safety. And I'm doing a video for him right now, y'all. I'm uploading a video for him right now, his high school highlights. So y'all watch that. That will be dropping. I'm uploading that right now. And he's a nice all-around safety. He can cover and he can hit. And he hits hard, but he does what a lot of people wish Shiloh would do. When he hits, he wraps up and he drives through the players. Watch, when y'all see this highlight tape from his high school, when y'all see him hit people, he explode up through them and he grab their legs and he keep running his feet. Shiloh is more of a lunger. If you can see that video I put out about Shiloh a while back, you can see when he's hitting the guy from LSU, both of his feet are off the ground. Shiloh, he likes to lunge into players. And I think that's one thing they're really trying to outlaw in the NFL. They're trying to stop people from lunging. I know in high school, we used to do the blind side blocks on punts and stuff like that. And they made us stop doing it if you would lunge. If you would explode into a guy, they would throw a flag on you. So a lot of times when you lunge it into guys, they will flag you for that. So Shiloh, he's been kind of getting lucky. But this guy, RJ Johnson, he's a solid player, man. I don't know how great of a cover corner he is. I couldn't really see that. But as far as coming up, being physical, he showed a lot of that. I mean, he got some picks and stuff on the film, but a lot of times he was covering tight ends, and he's faster than the tight ends. So it's kind of hard to kind of see how good a guy can cover in high school. Once they get on the next level and you got other guys running the same speed or faster than them, that's when you can really tell how good a guy can really cover. And can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me just fine? It's been raining today. I'm trying to make sure. I know y'all probably can't see me that good, but can y'all hear me? Can I get a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me? Like I say, I'm telling everybody, I'm gonna keep putting up shots. I'm gonna keep making my videos until I get everything figured out. But I don't want to lose my momentum right now. But so 2 things we want to talk about, and me and Promo, we was talking about this earlier. And I tried to go watch the highlights from the Chicago Sky. Look, I never knew what the WNBA team name was, the Chicago Sky. That's the team that Angela Reese went to. I tried to go watch their highlights, but the highlights were not up. So they didn't even publicize that game. It wasn't televised. And they say it was a guy or a female courtside going live at the game. And they said they almost got 200K people watching the game live. So that's more than they normally would get, like the WNBA games, like 4 times more than they normally would get. So they should have went live with that game yesterday. The WNBA, they dropped the ball on this, and so this is the thing y'all got to see about my personality. If I do something wrong, I'm gonna call myself out. If other people do stuff wrong, I'm gonna call them out too. In the WNBA, y'all are already hurting for ratings. If you see you got 2 superstars coming into the league, make adjustments. Change the times of the games. Move one game up, one game back. Do what you got to do so you can get these guys on these ladies on TV because they finna drive your revenue up. And they dropped the ball on that. They dropped the ball big time. And this is the other thing. Not just Angela Reeves. They got to play on a team that played on the Arkansas team last year, the national championship team. She was the 1st round pick last year, and she was the rookie of the year last year. So you got Angela Reeves, you got the rookie of the year from last year, and you got the other big tall lady from Brazil. You got all them, like everybody want to see them. Everybody want to see them. So use that momentum, and I feel like they dropped the ball on that. But and the one thing I liked about it, when I was trying to find the pictures for this thumbnail, both of them, Angela Reeves and Caitlin Clark, they had a stance kind of like the NBA logo. That was pretty cool. I'm like, damn, they looking at the NBA logo right now. But all right, so let's get to Colorado news. What we got? We got Arkansas mad right now, y'all. Arkansas is mad. Arkansas feel like we picking off their players. I feel like Arkansas is not doing a good job. I was a big-time Georgia fan. I watched Auburn a lot and Alabama. Who else? Florida State. Like all these teams in this little region right here, right? Arkansas is almost an afterthought when it comes to the SEC schools. Arkansas, Vanderbilt, and I want to say Kentucky and almost South Carolina. They kind of like teams in Mississippi State. They're in the SEC, but you don't really care to watch their games, right? So the reason why a lot of these guys are leaving Arkansas and going to Colorado is because Colorado can give them that national pub. If Colorado can give you something that the SEC can't or Arkansas can't, these guys are gonna leave. You can't get mad at Coach Prime. He's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. That's why guys are leaving Arkansas, coming to Colorado. And I learned some more stuff today too, y'all. The 5 reasons why guys are jumping in and out of the portal. So the number 1 reason is playing time, right? Playing time. If a guy feels like he might lose a year waiting on the team and he feels like he's good enough to play on another team, he'll jump in the portal. If a guy feels like he don't want to rotate he don't want to be a part of the rotation, he want to be the sole starter, sometimes they'll go down a level so they can really play and be the starter like that. NIL deals. A lot of reasons some of these guys are transferring because as a collective, y'all know they're changing some rules. So they had the collectives raising money and they supposed to be giving it to these players. Some of these deals didn't fall through. Some of these guys didn't get paid. I heard about a lot of that at Texas A&M. A lot of those guys didn't get paid. So that's why almost all those guys that they brought in transferred out because they didn't go because they wanted to go there. They went there because they wanted to make a lot of money by going to Texas A&M. And once Jimbo Fisher got fired too, that didn't help. But some guys was already transferring out when Jimbo was there because some of them didn't get their money. So that's why they making it where the colleges takes over, where the college distributes the money so they don't have to worry about kids not getting paid. So that's why they changing some of those rules to where the school is going to represent and handle all the NIL dealings. So these kids won't be getting gypped out of their money. So that's another reason why guys have been leaving. Coaches. If your coach leaves, and I hit on this on my other video, the schools with the most guys in the portal, they have a 1-year or a 2-year coach. So a lot of these guys are leaving because they don't feel like their coach has the vision for them, or the coach has other players that he's bringing in that same position, and the guys like, look, let me go somewhere else, or let me follow my coach. Like a lot of guys from Washington left and went to Alabama. And I didn't know these numbers, y'all. I didn't know how many guys were jumping into the portal. I'm going to give y'all these numbers, how many guys jumped into the portal. This is going to blow y'all away. But the other thing, the reason why kids are jumping into the portal, some kids are getting pushed into the portal. You can't sign other kids unless you have a freed up scholarship. So if you got a guy on the team that you know is not going to play for you, some of these coaches are trying to make them leave. And that's why last year, the NCAA, they came up with a rule where if a guy gets pushed off a team or he jumps into the portal, the school has to still honor his scholarship. If a team don't pick him up, the school still has to honor his scholarship. Now, I don't know if that means they have to take classes online or can they still be walking around campus. To me, honestly, this might sound wild, But that's not a bad deal. If you get to have a full ride and you know you're not NFL caliber, but you can stay on campus and have a full ride, the only thing you gotta do is keep your grades up. You know how fun that is? You know how fun that'll be for some guys? Now you don't have to worry about getting beat up no more, your body. If you know you're not going to the league and they're going to pay for all your classes, the only thing you got to do is go to class and have fun, go work out, and be around ladies and stuff. Man, you know how much fun that would be? Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Like, college is the best time of some people's lives. And a lot of people that play sports, you don't get to experience it because you're always working. You going out of the town for games. You waking up early in the morning. You doing like tour-a-days. There's a lot of stuff that players are doing where we're so tired and exhausted, and now we got to catch up on our schoolwork. We don't have time just to have fun and be a regular college student. So for these kids to still better get their school paid for, and they can still go to college, man, that's not a win-win, but it's a win. I'm telling you, that's a win. Yeah, hey, it's growing. The channel is growing. Hey, I'm happy it's growing. I wish I could give y'all a better quality show, but I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on it. What's going on, Miss B? Hey, Miss B, you getting promoted today. You've always checked in for a long time. I'm making you part of the blue wall. I'm making you part of the blue wall. You have always rocked with me and Promo since the beginning. So you getting promoted today. You part of the blue wall. And Andrew, I know you've been rocking with me too, but I'm getting my top 10, and then I'm gonna keep adding people down the line. Yeah, Alabama got a bunch of kids that hit the portal. Well, let me finish this and we'll talk about the portal stuff. But so a lot of kids are getting in the portal because they playing time, they going down a level so they can get more playing time. NIL deals, some teams are offering more money. Coaches are changing. Some of them are getting pushed in the portal, and some of the collectives screwed them over with their money. So a lot of guys are transferring out because they mad. I didn't know how many kids were jumping in the portal. Like the first year when the portal opened, or I ain't gonna say the first year. I'm gonna just say when the portal opened and it was new. It was like 1,700 people jumping in the portal. Then it jumped up to like 3,000 people jumping into the portal. Now, and this is all the schools. This is not just D1. This is D2, D3, all the schools. Now, last year it was 82,000 that jumped in the portal. This year it's been 87,000. Now, some of these people are jumping into the portal twice. Like you got to look at some people that came into Colorado and stuff. They came in and they got back in the portal. So I think they counting those people twice. But 87,000 kids in 1 year, that's a lot, man. It's only what? 100 and, well, no, it is a bunch of schools. Once you start adding in all them other levels, you got, it's like, it's way over 300 schools. So I can see that. I can see that. Because every school got like 10, 12 guys to transfer out. That's almost like average, 12. I didn't think it was 87,000. That's crazy. But what this live is about right now, we're just catching up on some of the guys that came in to Colorado right now. Some of the guys from Arkansas that just came in. I'm talking about a little WNBA. So I'm trying to open the channel up a little bit so we won't have to always harp on Colorado, because sometimes when you look for something to talk about in Colorado, you start leaning to all the negative information. So sometimes I just want to talk about just good stuff in Colorado. So if I have other things to talk about, I can talk about other stuff when we don't have great, exciting news about Colorado, and then we don't have to start looking through the trash cans trying to find information to talk about. But so I got some videos in the portal right now that's going, well, not in the portal, loaded up on YouTube right now. And I looked at Oregon's roster. Hey, y'all, Oregon's doing pretty good. Oregon's doing pretty good. And I want y'all to notice when you look at the transfers that left out of Oregon, how all these guys pretty much have a home already. If they said they had, I think they had 20 guys to leave, it's only like 4 guys that don't have a scholarship. And the recent guys that just hit the portal, there's some of the 4 guys, and I think you got maybe like 1 or 2 way at the bottom that, and there's one guy like he didn't have any stars, and there was another guy hasn't got on the team yet. So we don't know if that got something to do with academics or whatever, but Oregon's doing pretty good, y'all. And they brought in a lot of good talent, but they lost a lot of good talent. So when I'm looking at what Colorado did, Colorado brought in better talent. They lost a lot of guys, but the guys that we lost, a lot of our guys are still just sitting in the portal. The Oregon guys are all signed pretty much, except for the new guys and 1 or 2 old guys. But the Colorado has maybe like 20 dudes just sitting in the portal. I think out of 41 guys we have in the portal, it's like 14 have a scholarship and they found a school already. Now, I believe some of these guys will find schools because it's fresh. Some guys will find schools, but you can see a lot of guys that hit the portal, they already have their school. So when this is the scary part about that, when a lot of guys sign, now all these colleges, they have less and less scholarships. So when our guys are taking a long time, the guys that used to be on our team that's in the portal right now, they taking a long time to find a school. The more time they take or time that slips away, it's the least likely chance they're going to get a scholarship, even if they're good, because a lot of teams are filling their slots. You only need so many running backs on your team. So if you're getting some guys out of high school, you're getting some guys from over here, you get some guys from over there, and now you realize, okay, we don't need any more running backs. Even though Colorado running backs are in the portal and they look good, if a guy don't jump into the portal, they really can't bring them on. So I'm kind of worried for some of my guys. Like some of them I thought would already have a scholarship by now, and I don't know if they can come back. I don't know if they want to come back. I don't know if Coach Prime will let them back on the team. But there's some good players from Colorado that's in the portal. They might not be Power 5 or no, I can start at a Power 5. But there's some good players that's in the portal right now from Colorado, and they've been in there for over a week. Some of them have been there for over 2 weeks. And once you start seeing that, that's kind of scary. Yeah, BJ Green, he's still coming. He's going to elevate our defense. I believe he's going to do a great job. He's one of those twinner kind of guys. He don't have the prototypical size that you want from a D lineman, like a edge rusher, but he has a high motor. And I think he has good strength and good leverage. So he's going to be effective in our passing game. I don't know how good he's going to be in the running game because, like I say, he don't have a lot of size. Like he's not overly big. He's not a tiny guy, but he's not super big, like super long arms. So he's more compact. So we're gonna see how that pans out. This year we should be stout at the edge position. We should be too deep at the edge position. I think we did a great job in the offseason bringing in interior D linemen and the outside guys. So today, chat, since I don't have a guest online right now, I'm gonna stay in the chat. I'm gonna stay in the chat until I get somebody on the phone. If I get somebody on the phone, I'm gonna jump out of the chat. But I'm here for y'all right now. Whatever y'all want to talk about, we can talk about it. And I uploaded a video last night of, I call him Big O. I forgot his last name. What's the guy's last name? Boom, 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 boom. I don't see him on my list, but it's the big D lineman we just signed from Louisville. Hey, this guy's he's nasty. 6'4", 300 pounds, and he at one point in time he was like 350, and he shed some weight, and he was light on his feet when he was coming out of high school. Like he's one of them big kind of guys. They put him at wide receiver one time. And I seen him catch the video that I posted. You can see where he catches the interceptions. Like he's a skilled player in a big man's body. He can really run. He can really Thomas. Yeah. He can really run. I mean, I'm watching his highlight tape, and the dude, you can tell he really wanted. You can tell he wanted to be. He had number one on in high school. He had number one. Like Florida State wanted him out of high school. He ended up signing with Louisville. Like he was a guy that a lot of people recruited. Like they really wanted to bring him in because he had the prototypical size. And that's the thing that we was lacking last year at Colorado. We just didn't have the big bodies. Now we address that issue. We address that issue 3 times over right now, I feel like. Next year, we're going to look like a SEC team or at least an ACC team. Next year, we will look an ACC team. Last year, we kind of looked like kind of more of a, I don't know, like I ain't going to say Conference USA, but like a mid-tier. Our team was not that big. We had some skilled players, but we wasn't that big. So next year we should be able to play with anybody. Well, I hold on, wait a minute. I won't say Colorado better play with Georgia, but and I don't even know about Oregon because they done had so many years to bring in guys. But any of these schools in the Big 12, we should be able to play with them. The schools I think is going to give us the most trouble is Utah and the 2 Kansas teams in Central Florida. Them schools right there, I think, going to give us the most. I hope Coach Prime reach out to a big lineman that left TCU. And I hope they bring him in. He's a real big guy, 455 pounds. I want Coach Prime to bring him in. I don't know what kind of demeanor he has. I don't know if he's a Coach Prime kind of guy. He seemed like a nice guy, but he also seemed like a real rowdy guy. He seemed like he's more of a Warren Sapp kind of guy. And saying Warren Sapp might can handle that guy, but I don't know. I like his demeanor, but he might be too much. He kind of got that Bishop kind of demeanor where he a firecracker. Oh, let me do something, y'all. Let me get one more like, so I can light the tiger up. I'm trying to see if I can get promo in the room. But John, the Liquidator, just dropped a video talking about how Arkansas is mad right now. They feel like Coach Prime is targeting their players. So we doing something good, y'all. If we getting SEC guys, we getting Big Ten guys. I went and looked at the list of people we got coming in. A lot of big conferences. We got a few. We maybe got 3 guys from like smaller conferences, but the bulk of the guys are from big conferences. All right, we got 10 likes, y'all. Appreciate the likes. Let me try to light the tiger up. I got me a new setup, y'all. We're trying to work with this and see how this goes. You heard some of the guys saying Colorado will only win around 4 games, but I can't see that. We have some good players. Yeah, last year we won 4 games, and we could have won more than 4 last year. If you think about it, Shador really didn't play in the last 2 games. Oh, I'm a little sweaty. Shador didn't play in the last 2 games, and Travis didn't play in 3 games. So, and Our offense line wasn't on the level it is now. Our defense line wasn't on the level it is now. Our linebacking core was not as stacked as it is now. Our I'm gonna say our secondary has gotten better, but the secondary is kind of hit or miss. You don't really know what you got with your secondary until you really see them in action. Because that's a certain kind of skill you got to have as a cornerback, man on man, covering guys. So they look good from what I've seen on the tape. We're bigger, and I think we're bigger and faster in the secondary. I think we have more experience in the secondary. So, think about it, we had a bunch of freshmen playing last year in the secondary. And we had some guys that transferred in that weren't starters. A lot of guys that we got that transferred in this year, they already got playing time experience. Some guys played multiple games. Hey, 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 you help like the tiger up. You help like the tiger up. Appreciate the likes. I know it don't look as how it used to look, man. The background, I'm gonna do something to get it better, y'all. We new here. We new here. This is not gonna be my permanent setup. I'm just doing something for the people that's used to the tiger in the background to keep the tiger going. But I've been watching a lot of stuff. I think we still got like 5 more guys we can sign. The other day, one of the subscribers said we had 7 more scholarships left. And I know we signed the big fella last night or yesterday, Thomas. So we still have at least 5 scholarships left. So I want to see if we're going to get another quarterback. Are we going to sign another running back, another linebacker? I'm still not sold on our tight ends yet. And I want to get that big D lineman I was telling you. Well, offense line. He can play both. He can play offense line and D line. I want to get that guy. If you can get the biggest guy in college football that's nimble, that's a weapon, y'all. That's a weapon. And I'd love to see him in that Buffalo uniform. I know they're going to have to order him a special uniform. That's how big he is. But, I'm trying to look at some of the other stuff. Yeah, we need more tight ends. We need a tight end. We need a tight end that's. I wish we would have got the tight end from LSU. He's still on the board. He was like 6'5", 6'7", 272. That's a big tight end. Like, I want to get guys like that because we know we don't have to play games, y'all. We know when we throw the ball, we throw in all these wide receivers we have. The tight end that we bring in, he's probably going to be primarily a blocker. So I want to get a big tight end that can block, that wants to block. Some tight ends, they block, but they really want to catch balls. I want to have a guy that blocks, and he will catch a ball on like play action and stuff like that. But he's going out there really to be a extension to that offensive line. That's what kind of tight end I feel like we need. Because Coach Prime had already said something before last year, but like he's not really trying to throw to the tight end like that. So we need a guy that doesn't want the ball. We need a guy that wants to block at tight end. We haven't seen what we have, but we have seen, like, I go look at some of these guys. I go look at some of their tape. I look at the spring games and stuff from last year to see if I can see them. I look at some of these guys, and the guys that jump off the page, I make videos about them. The guys that don't jump off the page, I don't make videos about them because I don't want to say anything negative about them. I just say, okay, they decent. I'll just wait until they get here to see what they do. Like the Wade brothers. When I went and watched Wade brothers They would they looked good in high school, but when I tried to find stuff on them at Kentucky, I couldn't find a lot. Couldn't find a lot. So I never made a video. I said, well, I'm gonna wait till they get here. And since they've been in Kentucky, since they've been in Colorado, the linebacker made a play or two here and there, but he didn't dominate. The quarterback, we really didn't see too much. I mean, a lot of people say he looked like the best quarterback during the spring, but he didn't do anything where it was just like eye popping, you know. So to me, that translate like, okay, when I was looking for him, I didn't see nothing that stood out. Now he on the team and they decent players, but they not standing out. Like the linebacker from Wester. When I watched his tape, he stood out. I talked about him. When he got at Colorado doing spring practice, he made plays. He made plays. So most of the time when I'm looking at guys, I can kind of tell because I'm not just looking at size. I'm looking at technique. Like I told y'all, that corner that's coming from Arkansas. When he's making his tackles, he's wrapping up and he's driving his feet. He's wrapping it up and he's picking up on the guy and he's driving his feet. So, and he's 6'2", like a tall, long corner like that. So he kind of plays more like a Richard Sherman. I don't think he has the high-end speed like a Richard Sherman, but he played more like a Richard Sherman. So, and that's why when I'm on some of these different shows and I talk to guys and I ask them, I say, hey, who, when they talking about a player that we get, I'm like, okay, who does he play like? What NFL player or what college player does he play like? And some guys, they don't really know. And the reason why they don't really know because they ain't really looking like really hard. Like I'm really looking to see, okay, what does he do real good? Is he a good inside runner? Is he a good outside runner? Is he a good pass catcher? Is he a good blocker? Like I'm looking at everything to see how versatile this guy is. Like when I was looking at those two linebackers, we got the one from North Carolina, the 49ers. We got him. I think his last name is Green. He has two last names, Green something. He's an exciting play. He shows up, an excited player. He shows up on fourth down, third down. Like when it's a big time down, a money down, he shows up. He shows up. And during the game, he shows up. He celebrates with his teammates. He's that kind of team captain, defensive captain kind of guy. I can see that spirit in him. I can tell how his teammates, they look for him. When they make plays, they look for him because they know he's going to be coming to celebrate with them. So he's the kind of guy that kind of keeps the team together. But when I seen him play on the inside, he made tackles, but he made tackles where he was like, kind of like, what's the linebacker that played for Carolina? Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly made a lot of tackles, but they was kind of like, weird tackles, shoestring tackles, side tackles. Like he would get people down, but they weren't really like just nailing you. They would grab you and twisting you and turning you and so sometimes guys would get an extra 2-3 yards, stuff like that. But Luke Kuechly was a tackling machine. This guy's kind of the same way. He has a high motor. He liked getting people down. The linebacker from Tennessee that I wanted, I don't know if we're gonna get him. I think he's still in the portal. But inside the box, that's where he made his money. He made a lot of plays inside the box. He was a solid tackler. He wrapped guys up. When he hit a guy, most times they didn't get no more yards. Once they made contact, boom, over with. The guy from the 49ers, when they would run misdirection plays and stuff, sometimes he would get caught up in the line. We call it the wash. He'll get caught up in the wash. The guy from Tennessee, I didn't see him get caught up in the wash that much. Now, the guy from Tennessee didn't have the motor. He didn't chase down plays like the guy did from Carolina. So both of them are good linebackers, but I could see a difference in them. I could see the difference. Both of them are good linebackers, but I can see one guy that's going to make a lot of plays all over the field and one guy going to make a lot of plays inside the tackles. Yeah, Hill Green. That's his name, Hill Green. Well, he said something about I know you talking. I think that's the block bully, right? He said something about he want to run the ball on goal line. He would like to run like some goal line, some power plays. So I hear that, and that sounds real good. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it, and he's a big guy, but he's not like a 300. And when you give a 300-pounder a ball, a lot of people don't want to hit that. A lot of people, because when you hit a guy that big running out that fast, you're gonna hurt yourself trying to hit that. So he's close to 300 though. He's a big guy. He's strong, and he might be a load. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. But I think I would rather have him being kind of like how Bishop was last year as a blocking back, and you get a ball to Welch, because Welch is a strong guy too, and he's a real running back. So him fumbling the ball, that probably not gonna happen. Him seeing a cutback lane or something like that, he'll probably do that before Chidozie does. So I heard him say that. Me and Promo, we talked about that, and it will be good for TV. It'll be something fun to see, and it could be effective. But I think we got a running backs that can do power, and I wish, my guy Savion was still here, because I feel like he was our power guy. But like you also had a McCaskill that had 18 touchdowns. I thought he was gonna be our red zone guy too. So yeah, we're gonna have to find out who our red zone guy is. So I'm not ruling it out, because we don't know what's going on with our running back room right now. Is there any guys that came in that y'all high on? Is it to me, the guys that came in that I'm high on the most is LeJounte and Shepard. I think LeJounte and Shepard, I think they're gonna like do at least 800 yards receiving and at least 8 touchdowns. I think both of those guys, and I like how Shedeur and LeJounte, like they already on the same page right now. Third down in the spring game, twice he went to him when Travis Hunter was on the field. So that lets you know he already trusts LeJounte. And I wasn't seeing it that much in spring practice. The first day or so I saw it, but throughout the weeks, I didn't see him going to LeJounte as much. So I was kind of like, are they on the same page? But on the spring game, I saw it. But I think the one thing I'm afraid of is if Will Shepard comes in and do a great job at wide receiver, and LeJounte is doing a great job at wide receiver, and I think Jimmy Horn's gonna have his best year. I think Jimmy Horn. They put out a highlight tape of Shedeur today, early this morning. It's a guy, he makes great videos, highlight videos all the time of people. He did a highlight of Shedeur's highlights from last year. Shedeur and Jimmy Horn, they got nice chemistry, and that's when the field wasn't spread out as much. With LeJounte and with Will Shepard, they have to deal with these guys. They have to bracket them. They got to do something. If they don't, they're gonna eat them alive. So what's gonna happen when they do this? Jimmy Horn is gonna be running free. And I noticed how Shedeur throw the ball to Jimmy Horn. Like, Jimmy runs his route and Shedeur can put it around the money. And I can't wait to see this. Like, I'm watching Shedeur. Shedeur is sneaky fast, y'all. People try to say Coach Prime kids are not fast. Man, Shedeur, I'm looking at some of his runs. He almost had like 3 30-plus yard touchdowns. He almost had like a 50-some yard touchdown. And I think one time he had like a 45-yard touchdown run. Now, you got to think about this. This is on a college level where you got other dudes that was all Americans, all whatever, coming out of high school, and this dude's running for 45 yards with a touchdown. You are not slow doing that. He's moving. He's moving. And I'm doing a video explaining a few guys have jumped on Shiloh talking about something. You almost got ran down. You almost got ran down. I got a video showing Ed Reeves got ran down. Like he actually got ran down where the guy grabbed him, but he made a move on him and he scored a touchdown. So it's like the great Ed Reed, we know this guy's fast. But when you running with that ball in your hand, you're not used to running with that ball in your hand, and a guy does not have a ball in his hand, most of the time they can run faster than you. Because running with that ball in your hand is not a natural movement. Uh, uh, what's going on, Diggs? Hey, I like how that blue wall starting to look good. The blue wall looking good. Hey, Diggs, Arkansas, they mad at us right now. They think we trying to target their players. So I got some videos I'm gonna pop out. It's just taking me long to upload these videos because I'm out here on the ranch. But showing to where like if Ed Reed get ran down, almost anybody can get ran down. And I got some videos showing like y'all can see how we improving. Like people that saying we're gonna be 4-8 and all that kind of stuff. Man, our team, we improving too much. And think about it. We gotta be honest. We gotta be honest with ourselves. If people looked at the Pac-12, the teams in the Pac-12, and they looked at the teams in the Big 12, they would say the Pac-12 had better teams. Even though I know some teams from the Pac-12 that came to the Big 12 now, but last year people would have said, man, the Pac-12 way better than the Big 12, right? Way better, right? So now we got Colorado that's going down. We kind of going down in conference, right? And our team is getting better. Like I don't understand if our team is getting better and we going down a little bit in our conference, how are we gonna have the same record? The only way I feel like we would have the same record if Shador started having some kind of issue. That's the only way I can see us having the same record as last year. And I was a little upset when all the running backs left, but quiet be kept. What me and Promo was talking about, we were saying how Michael Welch might end up being a starter. And he was saying it all last year. And you know I love it because he's a Georgia boy. I mean, Georgia power all day. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, he might can come in and break records for Colorado. If he end up getting a lot of touches this year and end up becoming the starter this year, he could break. We could have a quarterback to break records up under prime, and then we might end up having a running back that end up start breaking some records. Because he might be a 4-year, I'm not gonna say starter, but a 4-year contributor. And if he's doing what he gotta do, Coach Prime gonna keep feeding him. Because now he's gonna be the new guy. He's gonna be the new guy up for the Heisman and all that kind of stuff. So Prime is gonna feed him because every time he gets a guy that gets an award, that makes his resume go a little higher, as that heightens the school prestige. And when guys go higher in the draft, that makes him look better as a coach. When they highlighted the other day how Kirby Smart had 55 guys to get selected in the draft, that's the first time somebody's done that in history. 55 guys the first 7 years, he had 55 guys. He beat Nick Saban. So you want to have studs to get drafted. So I feel like if Michael Welch can do his thing this year, Coach Prime is going to ride it. Let me see. And like I said, today, y'all, I'm reading these comments today, so y'all take off. And now I want to read y'all comments tonight. Hey, I would like to see Syracuse and Colorado face each other too. Man, if that happened, I'll be excited because I don't care which team wins. I'll just be happy to see it. And that'll be a good thing because if both of them make it to a bowl game, that means both of these programs had a successful season. I would love that. I would love that. Syracuse is looking real good. Syracuse is looking, they on pace. I'm gonna say that. They are. I had some guys on the other day, and they think Syracuse have a chance to win the ACC, and they said they might have a better record than Colorado. Yeah, that Arkansas thing, Arkansas, man, it's dead in Arkansas. I've been through Arkansas. I've been in Little Rock, and it's cool over there, but it ain't. They're at the bottom of the totem pole, and their city is not great. So I can see how a lot of guys want to transfer out of Arkansas. You playing against all these schools that got way more talent than you. So now that's not going to make you look good when it comes to get drafted, because you're going to always, like, the other team going to have an advantage on you every week because they're going to have better offensive lines, better D lines, probably better quarterbacks. So it's going to be hard for you to ever really shine at Arkansas. Like, I can't. The last dudes I remember getting drafted out of Arkansas was McFadden, them running backs a long time ago. And look, y'all, it's about to start raining again, so y'all let me know if the feed start messing up. I see the trees shaking. Hey, I don't know if we're going to Diggs. I don't know if we're going to get a 1K rusher. I think we're going to get those receivers. I think, man, I think Coach Prime and Shadua want to do something like that with that chain he have on Legendary. I think they want to do something. I think they want to rewrite the history books when it comes to quarterback, passing yards, touchdowns, all that kind of stuff. I think they want to make it where his stats are so crazy, it's no way he can't be the #1 pick. And if you're a Colorado fan, this is still a great thing. Because if all top quarterbacks see Shadua go #1 overall, now Colorado is a place I can go as a quarterback and make it to the NFL and get drafted high. And if you have a good quarterback, that gives you a chance to win. So I want to see Shadua break all the records he can break. Like I want to see him break all the records he can break. And if y'all watch that video, that highlight tape from last year, he looked good, man. I mean, he looked really smooth. And when you're watching this video, in my mind, I'm thinking about all the sacks and stuff he took. And he's still like, I mean, the ball placement, just the way he throw the ball away from the wide. Like, say, if it's a wide receiver, hey, I know who that was, Diggs. I don't know if y'all still got me, man. Diggs, I got your question. Was that Caleb Williams? Was that Caleb Williams? I think that was Caleb Williams. Because I know that year when Baker Mayfield was at Oklahoma, he had them good running backs. So I know they had good running backs at Oklahoma. Sensei, I don't know what's going on, Sensei. Every time you jump on here, dog, the servers keep kicking me out. So I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, but it's about to start raining again, man. It's about to start raining. So this satellite killing me, y'all. It's killing me. Hey, look here, dog. That's how you can tell I know football. I didn't know it, but when I thought about all the people, I thought about USC, and I'm like, I don't even know who their running back was. I don't even know who was on that team. And when I'm looking at him, dang, Johnny, I don't know who Johnny Manziel running back was either. I don't know who that was. Sensei, I can't see your message, man. Write that again. I can't see it. Hold on. I see you, Sensei. He said, Big Tiger, we got an old lineman from South Carolina. Oh, we did? I saw a big guy with a picture with Coach Prime, but I ain't know who that was. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Dog. I'm gonna do a video about all the offensive linemen that we got. I'm gonna do a video about it. I'm just trying to wait until we kind of fill up our scholarships because I don't want to do a video and then they add another guy. So I'm waiting on them to get all the linemen in, and I'm gonna do a video on how much the size difference from last year to this year. Like, it's crazy. It's night and day. I mean, we might have had some guys that was taller last year, but put together nicely, NFL kind of linemen, we blowing it away this year. No, it ain't even close. Can y'all still see me? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hey, I'm pulling them up right now. Sydney Berger. Let me see what we got. Let me see what we got. South Carolina offensive tackle. Yeah, he a big boy. Oh yeah, this is a big dude right here. Yeah, he like he about 6'4", 6'5", 3 something. Yeah, see that average 6'6", 320? That's the SEC line right there. 6'6", 320. That's crazy. Yeah, hey, North Dakota State finna get drugged. Yeah, this dude 6'5", 325. Oh, he's from Connecticut. Hey, that we lucky to get this guy. We stole him away from Syracuse. And I think he was a freshman this year. So he might have 4 more years. Let me see. Hold on. No, he enrolled in Western Illinois in 21. He entered transfer portal in 22. Then he went to South Carolina in 23. Now he's transferring out. So that's, I don't know, that's a little shaky. That's a little shaky. He started at Western Illinois. That's a small school. Maybe he did good there, and he went up to South Carolina. I wonder why he's leaving South Carolina. I wonder if he's leaving because he don't know if he's going to get the playing time, or did he not pan out? But he's a big guy, though. I will say that. Oh, for real? Kyler Murray ran for 1,000 yards and had 2 running backs run for 1,000? That's crazy. Yeah, LG, you hit on the head. 6'5", 327. Oh, well, he gained 2 pounds. Score drug. What is it? Oh, he got 2 years left. Well, that's good. That's good. And he might have a red shirt year. And lucky he played in some games too. I'm watching him like he playing in some games. I see him let me see if I can get some highlights on him. Oh yeah, y'all probably can't see none of I can't see my phone now. Yeah, he's a nice looking dude though. He a big solid. He look like a bodyguard. He look like a dude that impose his will. I'm kind of nervous for the lineman that we had to come in. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. The offensive lineman that we had to come in early, I'm kind of nervous for them guys. I'm like, with these new guys we got coming in, I mean, size matters. So we're not gonna sit here and act like if a guy is special offensive lineman, if he has more size and you can see since we got the new offensive lineman coach, he's been getting bigger guys. So I think he's trying to get his kind of guys in here. But look, y'all, I know my phone's about to start messing up. I already know my shirt's about to start messing up. Because the rain, I can see the trees shaking or whatever. So we're not going to go through what we went through earlier today. And I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. But I'm uploading some more videos, y'all. I'm going to keep y'all fed with some videos. And stay tuned. It's going to get better, y'all. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me.